everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Moremadi Mabule, and it's been a while. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about single parenthood. And yes, we all know that this channel is about where money meets the law. But I thought, you know what, a lot has been going on in my life, and one of the things that, in the recent days people have been asking me is about the journey of being a single mom. So I don't want to exclude my married friends, my married followers. This is an inclusive video, so it's not only for single moms. It's not a single mom society. It's also not only for single moms, it's also for single dads, and it's actually generally for parents. And today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the things that people don't like talking about, which is maintenance. All right. So I think to give a little bit of background, none of my videos are advice. I am just, topics that interest me, I do research on them, and then we're going to be talking about them. So I'm not giving legal advice, I'm not giving financial advice. However, I'm giving just information, factual information. Should you need a financial advisor, I think you can go to the FSCA website, and then you can get an accredited and registered financial advisor. And if you're looking for legal advice, you can pass your name onto the comment section, and then I will hook you up with people that I know that are practicing lawyers that can be of assistance. But let's talk about maintenance. I think maintenance is something that is, we shy away from talking about it, but we like it or not, raising kids is very expensive, and maintenance obligation is not an obligation that is one-sided. It's an obligation that both parents have to provide for. So how do I go about claiming for maintenance? I think for me, this is theory, because I haven't gone through that process myself. But after my divorce, what happened is that in my divorce settlement, there was a maintenance order against my ex-husband. And the idea was that he continues, and there was a annual increase that was actually put into the amount that was agreed upon. But then the question would be now, okay, fine, you went through a divorce, maybe he's not paying maintenance, or you're not going through a divorce, you're a single parent, and you want to claim maintenance against the other party. I think just as a reminder, remember I said it's an obligation, both parents. So you're not going to be sitting there and saying, okay, I've got custody of the kids, I'm a single father, and this woman now can get away with nothing. No, the idea is that obviously this is a process that a single mom, a single dad, a parent that feels that the other parent is not coming to the party can actually make an application. So there is a form that you get. So what you can do, you can go to the family court. So your nearest family court, you can find them sometimes Kodi magistrate courts in your area. And when you get there, ideally you need to have both IDs, copies of IDs, yours and the other party's copy of an ID, birth certificate of a child. Very important, you're going to have to go through what they call income and expense. So you need to actually disclose your income and expense, and the other party, upon receipt of this application, will also have to produce their income and expense, and based on that, then they can come into an agreement in terms of what is the appropriate amount. I just also want to add onto that list. So I said Kidi ID, birth certificate, and also income and expenses of you. And then obviously the other party will produce their income and expense. And I also want to add that you might also need a bit of luck. And I'm not saying people shouldn't go through the process. I haven't gone through the process myself. Like I said, what I'm saying is just basic theory. And then there is a form that you need to complete. It's the J101E form. you do get it at the family court. They'll be able to assist you. And then it's a process. I think you'll be guided by that, by the process as it unfolds. That's number one. So we're talking maintenance, right? The second thing that I wanted to also talk about is, and I wanted to emphasize that maintenance obligation is not one-sided. Because sometimes there is a perception that we're saying, no, that they all apatele. No, it's an obligation. Both parents are obliged to actually support and look after their children. All right. Another contentious issue that, we don't like talking about is the custody of the children. So if you've just gone through a divorce, custody of the children could have been decided upon and discussed throughout your divorce process. And if you are staying with the children, you've got custody of those children. One thing that I want to emphasize now when we tap into the space of estate planning, meaning, when you want to cater and provide for your children, one of the important things that you mustn't forget, and a lot of times people don't do it, is when you draw up a will, make sure that you nominate a guardian. However, I want to emphasize that when you nominate a guardian, and for example, if I nominate my parents as guardians for my children, that doesn't mean my ex-husband doesn't have right to his child. So that is important, that we need to note that when you're nominating a guardian, it's a nomination, and the High Court, the Master of the High Court, as the upper guardian of all minors, will make a decision and do an appointment. And just bear in mind, all the time they look at the best interest of the child. So I've heard people saying, how's this gonna work, because this guy has never seen my child, or this woman has abandoned my child, how's this gonna work? The best interest of the child are going to be looked at. So there's a process that will unfold there. So, but it's important to go and draft a will. If there's any other reason, if you're a parent, the main reason that in fact, it's not the main. One of the main reasons that I would suggest that you do is to draw up a will and nominate a guardian. But just bear in mind, it's failing the natural guardian. However, the best interest of the child will be looked after. All right, and then how do I nominate a guardian? Very important, guys. We are making an assumption most of the time. That's why we don't even do estate planning. So we assume that if I die, everything's gonna go to my children. We also assume if I die, my parents will look after my children. I think we need to move away from that assumption and be realistic. If you've got a 70, 80-year-old mother and you've got a 16-year-old child and you pass away today, is it fair that your 84-year-old mother must look after your 16-year-old child? I think I just want us to think about it and also understand what is the role of a guardian, what are their rights and duties, what is the expectation. 84-year-old mother dealing with a teenager at home. Are we being honest? Is it fair? I'll leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, none of this is advice. It is based on my own research, personal experiences, and I think as we journey on, I will be sharing a lot on that. I'm looking forward to the comment section. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Until next time. Bye.